the future, Samus is now a line of model kits. Do you want the full armor Samus? I want the full armor Samus.
I know I do. Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal and Dave's trip to Jupiter.
Well, we're back once again in a fiery cavern of death.
Well, we're actually leaving the fiery cavern of death.
I like to call it my summer vacation.
Given the heat recently, it sure feels like that.
Yeah, it really has. Oh, my favorite thing. Platforming in first person, don't I love you? Don't I love you?
Wait a second, are these platforms out of sync? They are.
Oh.
Did I somehow desync them?
How did you do that?
Wait a second. Alright, we're just gonna go back to the save point. I've never seen that happen before.
You desynced the platforms.
I guess. I don't know.
Aren't you special?
Alright, we're gonna save. Just gonna save.
And hope for the best.
And I hope it reloads itself. I don't know. Was it because I tried to jump on it at that time? Because normally, when one goes up, the other one adjacent to it comes down.
Ah. So you... congratulations on taking out the platform. Now Samus is stuck here. Forever. Forever. And ever some more.
I don't want to be stuck down here. It's bad.
But she still loves you.
Yeah. Okay, see, this is what's supposed to happen. Ah!
Apparently.
Almost.
Yeah, like I said, the first-person platforming thing holds true.
Oh, man. This is nothing. I played Star Wars Shadows of the Empire.
God, I heard about that.
Oh, there's one more here.
Well, you gotta use your Spider Samus powers.
Yeah, no such luck.
You don't have the grapple beam?
Nope, that was one of the many things that malfunctioned when Windows Update tried to update.
Well, you're just gonna have to learn to accept it. You're a loser now. Just like your parents who are dead, the bird people who are really into drug culture.
Yeah.
The drug birds.
They really souped up Samus.
Yeah, exactly. They souped her up with
Alright.
steroids.
Let's see, yeah, we came from... There we go. They point you in the right direction coming back here. This is the first, major instance of backtracking that they give us.
Ooh. You're now a little ball person in your little ball world. It's clearly a metaphor for Michael Jordan's NBA career. I don't know.
He's a big ball person.
Yes, he's a big ball person.
So this is kind of cool. We can see that there's an upgrade here, but we're like, how do we get to it? First, lore.
Lore, 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 lore. Hey, have I ever told you about all the lore we have? We got lore.
We have a lot of lore.
We now have lore for $3.99. Would you like your lore for $3.99?
Yeah. So this puzzle was a lot harder if we were playing the GameCube version because it requires bomb jumping.
Oh.
Yeah.
But now you can just do the flicky thing.
Yeah, I can do the flicky flick thing. Well, let's try to just do it the regular way just because that's how it's designed.
Oh, fair. You're doing the little flicky flick.
Yeah, so...
The power of the flick.
See, the timing was slightly off. Alright.
I can see why...
There we go.
Fair.
So that was also to just, show off that I knew how to do that.
So you didn't...
I gotta keep my gamer cred, right?
Yeah, you gotta compensate for the fact that your mom doesn't. Sorry, I was
my mom was an IBM computer.
Sorry, I've been watching the Venom trailer lately, and I got a black ooze on me all of a sudden. I'm trying to deal with it as best I can. But
evil symbiote Dave.
Yeah, it's unfortunately true.
It attached itself to the space shuttle.
Yeah, and I just found out that apparently it's a scion of an evil metal god.
I mean, weren't most things in the 90s.
And I don't mean metal as in a metal. I mean metal as in 90s hair thrasher dark metal bullshit. It's very strange, but I'm digging it.
Alright, so... Oh yeah, I think this is actually a scan now. Maybe?
Scan.
Oh, hey, it's the beetle. Plated beetle came back.
Oh man, I can now talk about my other Beetleborgs fanfiction ideas.
Go for it.
Alright, so this actually involves it. So I remember how I said that like Zordon was related to Flabber? Well, there was also another one. I was gonna say that Dex's grandfather, the Masked Rider dude, you know, you might know it as Kamen Rider, was also a brother of Zordon. So all the morphing people except the guy from VR Troopers were all brothers. Just because then I'd be like, yeah, that way I can connect them. Like some artisanal artist thing.
Yeah, I mean, makes as much sense as any of it.
In all seriousness, trying to find weird connections. Like, one of my favorite things is I ended up connecting the Wild Force and Lost Galaxy Rangers.
Huh.
Like, the Lost Galaxy were like the previous version of the Wild Force Rangers.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really dumb, but I loved it.
There's something weirdly satisfying about touching those elevators and just going down.
Yep. But not as satisfying as talking about my Power Rangers fanfiction.
That's true.
Yes, it's true. But, nah, like, in all seriousness, dumb as hell. But I wrote it when I was 14.
I was gonna say, anything you're gonna write when you're 14. I scanned these guys, I did.
I did try my hand at original fiction at 14, so it wasn't exactly like... Though, admittedly, it ended up changing a lot. Initially, I had, like, a gun dude based a bit on Vash the Stampede. But then I realized that the most interesting character in my story was the guy whose power was bad luck. So I focused on him instead.
Okay, maybe it's not this game where half-pipes are actually a scan.
Heroes in a half-pipe. Samus power!
Yeah, so this is actually what we're supposed to do next. Is we just... Whee!
Whee!
Whee! Whee!
Look at me, Charlie!
Got it. And, yeah, because the Morph Ball, Boost Ball is just like a totally new concept for this game.
Well, they seem to introduce a lot of new concepts, to be fair. Like Phazon. And we'll get to Phazon later.
Yeah, don't spoil it, man.
I know. But admittedly, Nintendo already did that for me today. Man.
Yeah, we found out that Dark Samus is going to be in Smash as well.
Yep. We found out a lot of things, though admittedly I'm happy...
They are grasping at straws to, like, get some Metroid representation, it feels like.
Admittedly, what else can you do?
Well, there really isn't much, like, unless you want to bring in some incidental characters from, like, Metroid Prime 3.
They bring in the assholes from Colonial Marines.
They would be rioting in the streets.
Like, in all seriousness...
So this is awesome. We have the space jump boots, which allow us to double jump.
You guys use space! Okay, I'm done with that joke.
Well, do you know what the space jump boots do in other Metroids, like 2D Metroids?
Not exactly, no.
Infinite jump.
Ah.
So if we could just, like, keep going with this, but that would break the game here, so... That's right, there's a couple of, like, secret little things somewhere.
Morph ball.
Yeah, it's the thing I tried to get when we first landed here.
Yeah, but you didn't have the morph ball.
I didn't.
And now, aren't you a better person?
I'm a better Samus.
You're a better Samus, stronger,
I want to
faster.
say there was like a... Yeah, here it is. This is what I was looking for. Actually, that doesn't really help us now that I think about it, because this will go out to...
The music is really sweet.
Oh, yeah, you get this nice ambient music.
To be fair,
yeah. So these are space pirates with jetpacks.
Oh, cool.
You might say flying pirates.
Lore. I said
And they are leaving.
Aww.
But they were trying to harvest from this container.
Lore.
Highly toxic.
Highly
the
toxic.
Internet.
Oh man, highly toxic lore. It's about shipping.
The internet was in there.
The internet was in.
Yeah, we can't go further because...
Zutara is best ship? What?
Yeah. The water prevents us from going farther down there.
Yeah, fair enough. I will say this, with the new Smash announcement, I want one thing. We need to determine who the king of the Metroidvania is. Samus versus the Belmonts.
Except for both of those Belmont characters were in the series before Metroidvania was a thing.
You can play...
Alucard. Alucard was the one.
No. Here's the truth of the matter, actually, if you think about it like this. Since you can play as Richter in Symphony of the Night, technically he's in there at the beginning. So
I said before, but yes.
I'm just saying that, you can justify it. And look, I'm sure there'll eventually be a Castlevania remake of all the bells and whistles with, Simon eventually.
We're gonna detour to a cool place now.
Oh, cool. Is where Samus gonna get high with her drug birds?
Yeah, we're going to be injected with these horrible monster needles.
The monster needles. See? I'm just telling you, Chozo, we're just into all the drugs. I'm just finding more justification
So
for
we
that.
exit to this. The impact crater.
It's not really a crater as so much as a weird tower thing, but it's cool nonetheless.
Oh no, the impact crater is below it.
Okay. Man, it feels like I'm on a tour guide.
Yeah, so this.
Lore, pirate lore, me hearties.
Yeah, so long story short, so this high-tech structure is of space pirate origin, and they were trying to, control this temple that the Chozo built.
Man, they just want all those drugs that Chozo had. They had the best stuff.
Well, they do. They're keeping their stash down below inside this crater.
Of course.
Also, I like how this is kind of like Samus's visor / the ship.
Yeah, that's at least neat. I actually
look down
noticed
here.
that. I actually noticed that myself when you came in. Ah, of course, lore. Actual Chozo lore.
Living nightmare.
Oh god, living nightmare. I don't know what else that could be other than him. I'll let you guys who him is. Anyway. Let's see. Oh, more lore.
Yeah, we're gonna get lots of lore right now. The containment of the great poison.
So, by the way, I now invented a button where every time you press it just says lore. Lore. Lore.
Do we need
Lore.
to get one of those sound bars?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So we want this.
Oh god, Samus is being filled with steroids. Energy
Chozo
steroids.
artifact.
Energy steroids.
The artifact of truth. First of 12. So there are 12 artifacts in this game that don't really... they contribute to your percentage, but they don't really give you any new powers when you get them.
Aw.
Which is kind of different from previous Metroids, well, like Super Metroid, to be specific.
It kind of feels like a bit of a weird
Yeah.
collectathon element, you know?
So they highlight one word, which gives you the biggest clue as to location of the artifact. So a sun chamber high atop our ruined home. So we've actually been in the room that I think they're referring to in the Chozo ruins already. So we got to get all these.
What happens if you get?
Shrine.
What happens if you get all 12? Like, what happens?
The artifact of truth has been returned. Well, all 12 are required to finish the game.
Okay.
This is the end game collectathon, but you can actually access the hints this early in the game, which means you can basically, figure it out along the way and not have to backtrack if you actually know where you're going.
Samus, the Loretective.
So, tower within the ruins where light always shines. Yeah. Vendrana's Edge.
Are we gonna get the edge?
Tower sits atop their fortress. Let's see, did we get all these? I think we got them all.
Fair enough. Speaking of edge, I've been reading Punisher 2099.
Wow, that's the edgiest kind of edge.
Oh, it is edgy as fuck. To be fair, admittedly, when you have a line that says, "I don't need a jetpack, all I need is hate," that is edgy.
He can fly with hate?
Yes, I assume. It is a weird comic, and I haven't even mentioned his sidekick, who's his talking motorcycle.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a weird origin. But, it's the Punisher 2099.
Punisher meets Ghost Rider?
It's, to be fair, it's actually more like Punisher meets Judge Dredd. It actually was written by Pat Mills, who did the original Judge Dredd comics. Well, help with them at the very least. The original creators were...
I was gonna say, we're right here at our ship, and I feel like not much has happened on this episode. Shall we continue?
Well, I feel like we got lore. And lore.
Yeah, we got that.
Let's have something happen. Like in my Beetleborgs fanfiction, where it's revealed that Flabber actually loves Lordon all along, and now he's going to fuse the Beetleborgs and Power Rangers into one ultimate super Megazord, called the Astro Force Beetle Megazord.
Man, when I said we were going to do Metroid Prime, I didn't know what I was getting into.
You had no idea. But this is lore I have on me right now.
Right. You broke my brain. What power did we just get?
Yes, my plan works! I'm just filled with non-sequiturs today. Alright, in all seriousness, we just got the artifact.
There we go. We just got the space jump boots.
Yes. You can now space jump. Space jump, space jump.
Yeah, it's a lot less impressive than it is in the 2D Metroids.
I can jump infinitely! Whee!
You can double jump, yay.
I don't know.
What's up, plated beetle?
I don't know, the fact that you can, like, jump from the air is a really impressive, physics-defying feat.
Alright, let me just make sure we're going the correct way. Okay, so I want to go here. No, but...
Go do what you will.
I will.
But, so, what's like, how much energy can you get in this game, actually?
I think $14.99 is the maximum, so essentially 1,500.
So basically, Samus just becomes just like the ultimate god, and it's like, hey, can you deal with my $14.99?
You know, on the difficulty we picked, the Metroid Prime might be able to.
Oh, dang. Curse you, Metroid Prime, and your Metroid Primeness. Now I'm just imagining, like, the Metroid Prime as just, like, the band who does the South Park theme song, Primus. So it's just a Metroid in, like, a cowboy hat strumming guitar.
Wow. Oh, no, wait. They blocked this off. Okay, I went the wrong way then.
You fail. Congratulations! You don't get lore cookies tonight. They're cookies that tell you obscure bits of lore, like the Zelda timeline.
But they're very old and stale, so why would I? 2 hours later.
Hal, do you just want me to look up a guide at this point? I mean, like, I understand, like, you have...
It's fine.
Like, I don't know, dude. Like, you know, IGN can be pretty good sometimes.
Yeah, especially when they review games honestly, with integrity, and do not plagiarize anyone else.
Yes, they definitely do not plagiarize anyone else, and...
Alright, so
yeah,
I said bottom right.
Yeah. Goddamn fuck right now. They just lost their Nintendo editors to work, because now they're working at Nintendo, the editors who were the former Nintendo editors. So I guess, you know, well, good for them. You left IGN to follow your dream of working at Nintendo, so you could be that uncle who works at Nintendo.
Bugs.
The bugs?
More bugs. Almost died. Any more bugs? Yep. There we go. Actually, yeah, we did want to come back to this room for a power-up anyways. It's a staple.
A staple?
A staple of the Metroid franchise. All those little power-ups that you can see hidden places and you can't get them until you come back to the room later. Like this right here. Because I believe this is the first room where we obtained lore.
Lore.
I think that's the first time you said it.
To be fair, yeah. I think that if we're gonna
We're going to be doing this a lot. People are going to be sick of it.
Yeah. Eventually, it'll just be like we're just gonna have to just do special variations on it, like a musical variation.
Lord. Oh yeah, we didn't have the ability to get in here before.
Lord, 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 Lord.
Okay. Door open. Yes. Die.
Bug
Yes.
that the bug is dead. You killed the
Oh
bug.
wow, that was neat. Like I didn't realize they had like evasion behaviors.
It was just like, I'm dead. I evaded door.
Samus v Bug.
It
Dawn
could.
of Justice.
Oh god, it was only one day away from retirement after its week-long lifespan.
It would suck to be a life form that has like that short of a lifespan.
To be fair, a perception.
Oh yeah. So this was where we were supposed to go because we couldn't go here before. Because the first time we did not have the morph ball.
I sometimes feel like this was a level designed for Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Sure.
You know, in case.
Yay, and we're back here now. This is where we want to be.
Whee!
But let me tell you, we still got a little ways to go.
Ooh.
Yep. Alright, Space Cadets, tune in next time on Hal and Dave's Trip to Jupiter, where we progress back to Phendrana.
And you find out more lore about Dark Dave.